Do you find yourself wasting time? I want to give you a simple plan to accomplish so much more maybe than you have before. Paul writes in Ephesians chapter 5, "Look carefully then how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise, making the best use of the time because the days are evil." We all know that our world today is going through a lot of difficulties. It can be very harsh. We see so much anger, hatred, so much temptation, so much bad in our world that we can be discouraged by it rather than seeing the opportunities that we have maybe to make a difference. There's also a lot of temptation. There's a lot of distraction that goes on. Sometimes we want to escape all that we face in the world. And we can get to a place where we don't accomplish as much as we should. We become distracted and isolated in our lives. We can find ourselves drifting through the days, not making the most of the time, not looking at the way that we are walking. We should want to make the best use of our time just to accomplish a lot during our day and our evenings, but even more than that, because of all the struggles, because of all the evil that's going on, to prepare our own hearts and to allow us to be at a place where we're able to impact others' lives, to help other people around us. I remember one time I was at a youth retreat and we played Capture the Flag in the dark. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I remember running down this hill in the pitch black and I ran into a metal pole. I saw stars, I felt back, I had this big bump on my forehead. And that story reminds me how careful it is that we look to where we are going, that we are aware of what we're doing, that we know what's right in front of us and what should be right in front of us. You ever take some time in the evening or maybe on the weekend that you take a look back at the last day, the last evening, and ask yourself, how much did I really accomplish? How much did I really get done? Am I making the most of the time that God has given me? I'm challenged with that verse because it challenges me to get more done, to think about my schedule, to think about my time as a stewardship and how am I using my time to the benefit of others. And let me suggest to you something really practical. I some time ago began to think about my time in 1 hour block. That is that I set my schedule, the time that I'm at work, the time in the evening, the time on the weekend. I begin to schedule in each hour some activity or some task that I wanted to complete. And I'll tell you, that view of my schedule and my day has revolutionized my time and helped me to make the most of the time that I have. Let me give you a schedule, a typical schedule that maybe I would have on my Saturday by way of example. Get up, 7 a.m. breakfast. 8 a.m. I get my quiet time. 9 a.m. I exercise. 10 a.m. I work out in the yard. 11 a.m. I go shopping for groceries. 12 p.m. I eat lunch and I take a short nap. That's important. 1 p.m. I spend an hour reading. 2 p.m. I go and meet with a friend. 3 p.m. I work on my channel. 4 p.m. I begin to prep for dinner time. This is also true in the evening. When we come home from work in the evening, I think in terms of hour blocks. For example, 6 p.m. dinner. 7 p.m. time with Janet, 8 p.m. reading, 9 p.m. watching a TV show. There's a number of activities that I may have, but I try to put them in blocks. This is not some kind of legalistic rule where I have to have something every hour, but it's a guideline for me to help me to accomplish more on my days and my evenings. One of the benefits that I've had from this is when I schedule some events or some tasks during each hour, it may only take me 10 or 15 minutes to complete that task. If that's the case, then I have the rest of the hour off. But it's also been nice to schedule, for example, reading for an hour, that I would actually take up that whole hour reading when I sit down with Janet and I just want to talk to her, that I really commit to a full hour. So it's not a 5-minute conversation, but we really settle down and have that full hour of time together. I also do this at work. That is, at my work, I have a number of different tasks, from diaries to email to looking at the mail that I have, and I schedule those out in block time periods so that I'm able to get all my work done every day. So I just encourage you to make the most of the time, and as you think about your schedule, think in terms of 1 hour blocks. Maybe this Saturday, maybe there's a weeknight where you will set out with your spouse, if you have a spouse, a plan of what you're going to do at 6 p.m., what you're going to do at 7 p.m., what you're going to do at 8 p.m., what you're going to do at 9 p.m., however late you stay up, and see that you will accomplish so much more. Hey, I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Also, would you share this video with somebody right now so that they can be encouraged? Thanks for the time and God bless. Have a great week.